Cunningham. High post, Embiid. Cunningham outside. Amari Stoudemire with the rebound.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
Brown trying to free himself up. Randall with the bucket.
Forcing his way in is Randall. Hard for the defender to counter his strength.
Outside Green. That's in, coming off the assist from Cunningham.
Just focusing on the task at hand. That's all you can do.
Yeah, these teams trading punches right now. I mean, it's table tennis. Back and forth we go.
Randall no good. Tatum with it. Still scoreless. Cunningham outside. Johnson right side. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot two here. Well, Greg, the Knicks have certainly brought hope back to the city of New York.
And it's been fun to watch. The fans are rallying behind this team. And it's not just because they're winning. It's the way they're winning. They play with heart and hustle.
Larry Johnson, Grandmama, is a dependable forward, excels in scoring in the paint, and doesn't mind thumping and bumping.
Back to Bridges. Kicks it out to Richardson. Jerome with the rebound.
Yeah, you won't see him miss many dunks unless you got somebody right in his face, as was the case there on that possession.
On the Wayne Bain. There's a good screen. Pass to Klingon. Robinson with the block. Pushing it up. Here's Bridges. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Larry Johnson picks one up.
And a talented swingman. Bridges is someone to keep an eye on as he continues to round out his game.
Hey, Greg, since getting traded in 2023, Mikal Bridges' scoring numbers have exploded.
Yeah, Bridges, the main piece of that deal, sending Kevin Durant to the Suns. Mikal scored 26 a game down the stretch for Brooklyn that year, taking his game to another level.
Siakam outside. That's the three fly. Robinson pulls it in.
And right from the start, Kevin, they've been pounding the glass. Most of those 50-50 balls also going their way.
Well, I don't think there's any question about it. They came focused and ready to play. I mean, they're doing everything they can to put things in their favor. You earn that, and they're actually earning it well right now.
Here's Richardson. Pass to Daniel.
And look at Siakam outworking the offensive player, giving his all there to take away that shot.
Now here's Kukoc. Here's Bain. Pocket six. Siakam left side. Pass to Kukoc. And the Knicks missed again. And here is Bridges. Now Richardson. And so the ball is out of bounds. Richardson touched it last.
Well, that's a moment he'd like to archive. Embarrassing lapse of judgment there.
Here's Morant. No scoring in this one. Five on the clock. Hunter up top. over Bridges. Hunter, no good. Al Richardson. Pass to Daniel. Robinson with it. Now here's Gobert. And it's DeAndre Hunter with the foul. That's his first foul.
14 foul.
We've got 1:23 left to play in the first quarter. No one near Randall as he lets it go. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead there.
And that one gives them a +5 rebound advantage, Kevin.
It's pretty clear they're dominating that area. They've come out with a lot more energy and effort so far.
Brown with it. There's 49 seconds left in the first. Johnson outside. Just 5 on the clock. Lets it go with a 3. The offensive rebound. And it's Brown missing. And so it's Jokic with it. He brings it up for the New York Knicks. Porzingis can't hit. They can retake the lead after trailing for a while.
Nice work to hang around and just give yourself a chance. Put yourself in position.
Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. Randall. Pass to Jokic. Can they get it? And that one released him. Scoring first quarter. And we'll be back right after this. Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. And guys, what's your take on the Knicks so far?
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
Yeah, and it's worked. They've got a clear edge and points in the paint. Now we'll see if they go with a more balanced attack or just keep on pounding it inside.
And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Hey, Kevin. As always with the Tom Thibodeau teams, they are level-headed. He said of his Knicks, we want guys to sacrifice to put the team first. But there has to be that belief. When your best players have it, your entire team ends up having it. We know if we stay disciplined, we'll have a chance to win. Kevin?
A very good chance, DA. Thank you.
You know, you never know what Jokic is going to do because he's so unpredictable when he's working in the screen and roll.
Brown with a bucket.
Boy, at the offensive end, his game is so impressive. I mean, he's a threat every time up the floor.
And it's Jokic in the corner. And again, it's New York.
And it seemed like they couldn't get anything to fall in that opening quarter, but you can just feel the momentum starting to shift.
Yeah, things are starting to look up. I mean, they're making amends for that slow start. Finding a rhythm right now.
Hunter on the wing to the paint. Here's Porzingis.
Boy, evidence of the mobility there from Porzingis as he shreds the defense in screen and roll.
And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. It goes on Devin Booker. And the league giving a bit more leeway, GA, to defenders. As a hard-nosed defender yourself, I'm sure you like that change.
Oh, I do. I mean, we all love the intensity of playoff basketball. So why not bring a certain level of physicality to the regular season?
Tatum wide open. He fires one. A three-pointer, no good. Daniels. That's good. And so Giddey with the assist.
And make no mistake, Giddey is a skilled passer who knows when and where to put the ball.
Now, here's Cunningham. Oh, and the jam by Johnson.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam. You see some muscle.
Some urgency from him there. Sure.
I get the feeling, guys, that he may be sensing that this is a critical time in this game.
And Giddey gets it to go.
Outwilling the defenders there. Giddey showing some passion inside.
Cunningham with it. Defended by Giddey. Offensive rebound. Another shot. And they get it back. Bucket is good.
Tatum hanging around the basket. Got the board and bucket.
Robinson. And Robinson is right there. Robinson's got his first basket of the night.
Always better to be lucky than good when it comes to offensive rebounding. Unless you're as good as he is, then those tip-ins are all about skill.
And the timeout called here by Tom Thibodeau. And coach has decided they need a moment to talk things over. Almost 4 minutes gone here in the second quarter of play. Pass to Embiid. Robinson with the block. And here's Daniels. The shot goes down and it gets this game back to even. Daniels has got his second basket of the night.
Oh, unselfish play from Bridges, continuing to grow as a leader with plays like that.
First personal foul. Second team foul.
Cunningham looking it over. On the wing, Green to the middle. Embiid throws it down.
Oh, reversed it home. That was ready.
Agreed. The agility on display.
Yes, sir. Power and grace. That had it all.
And you know, guys, with Embiid on the floor, it's not just about his individual play. He changes everything for everyone on that team. That's how dominant he is. It's not just statistics. His presence alone propels him.
The Knicks with the lead. Here's Johnson. And it's blocked. And it's out of bounds. The Knicks able to retain possession here. Here's Jokic over Robinson. Jokic a screen to the inside. Jokic doing the job inside.
That high release of the Joker. If you're defending him, you better stay home.
There's a screen by Robinson. Here's Daniels. Up again. Great positioning on the putback.
Great job of crashing the offensive glass. He stayed with it. That's hard-nosed, tough basketball.
by Porzingis. Morant with it. Now defended by Gobert. Jokic, no good.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
And Bridges is a crafty player, knows how to draw whistles and get to that line.
And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for New York.
Their chemistry. That's what really stood out so far in this one to me. Look at the number of assists they've been able to rack up so far.
And the other thing I've been impressed with, guys, is their assertiveness at attacking the paint, trying to hunt for those high percentage looks.
And Joker doesn't get up too often, but when he slams it down, it feels like he's trying to bring the basket with him.
Giddy. The Knicks pull it in.
It seemed like he changed his mind halfway through the layup, tried to go with something else, and flat out choked it. Puts the D in a tough spot when you have a point guard who can throw it down.
He really does, GA. He really does put pressure on him.
And you know, guys, showing how dynamic a weapon he is for this offense, they feed off that energy and ability to make plays. It gets them going.
Brown with it. Outguarded by Booker.
We've come to expect plays like that from Brown. He won't waste any opportunity to throw it down.
Pass to Jokic. Here's Brown. And the dunk by Brown.
Brown runs the floor like a locomotive, 225 pounds, and wrecks defenses in transition.
And the timeout called here by Tom Thibodeau. He wants to make some adjustments to the game plan, clearly. And here's Cunningham. And then Cunningham with the dunk.
And the challenge defensively is to find Cunningham at all 3 levels. He can beat you at the rim. He can beat you from 30 feet out and everything in between.
To the middle. Here's Johnson.
Gotta take care of the ball. They'll punish you if you're that careless.
That's right, and that's severe punishment right there.
Exactly. I mean, when you're running neck to neck, those kinds of mistakes tip the scales.
Pass to Grimes. Shoots. It's good on the putback.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
Yes, still close, but with their tough play on the boards, we're certainly seeing the effort.
To the paint. There's Embiid. And Embiid throws it down.
Defending Cunningham was a challenge. You have to pay extra attention. That's when you leave someone open.
Now Cunningham. After Jaylen Brown's three-pointer that didn't go. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance.
Personal foul.
And Joel Embiid is a giant center. Clark, his size, his arm span. How does his sheer size, do you think, affect the game?
Well, he's a mountain of a man. Not only is he tall, he's wide and he's deep too, Kevin. In other words, he's hard to get around. And he's also hard to challenge because he's north and south. So, and you factor in his touch. This guy does things that I've not really seen a guy of his size do, particularly when you talk about pity-patting the dribble and knocking down face-up jumpers all the way out to the three-point line. It should almost be unlawful for a guy north of 3 bills to be doing that.
And that's foul number 2. And maybe you don't sit him at this point, but you really have to be careful to not pick up another beforehand.
It's his first trip to the line.
And you know, you'll take what he can give you from the free throw line. Looking at his numbers, just really not one of his strengths. Shooting in the low 60s last season.
You know, guys, when you look at those numbers last year for him, I think it does affect how much you're willing to go after contact because you're a little fearful of getting to the foul line unless you're in the and one situation. Too many trips to the line when you shoot it as poorly as he does actually can hurt you.
Booker in the corner. It's stolen by Gobert.
Gobert can look over the top of just about any defense right there. Delivers a nice pass.
Kicks it out to Booker. A three-pointer off the mark. And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach out. Halftime. Knicks up. Front, up by 2. And don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of the third quarter. And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. Here's Richardson. Pass to Daniel. Down to 5 on the shot clock. In the corner, it's Robinson. And here's Ingram from the arc. The Knicks pull it in. Now Morant. Pass to Jokic. From past the arc. Unable to get that one.
And even without that 3-ball dropping form, the defense should have done more on that last play.
With a short break in the action gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Nikola Jokic may not be the most physically gifted. There's an old saying in basketball, you're as fast as you can anticipate. LeBron James says he sees plays before they happen. A lot of people don't understand it, but I do. It's special. Kevin?
You know, his mind for the game is just on another level. We appreciate that report. Out to Porzingis from downtown. Traps in the tray. Porzingis has got 7.
The outside shooting of Porzingis. I mean, his teammates trust his ability to knock those down consistently, and he proved they're trustworthy.
The Knicks leading by 5. Down low. Here's Jokic.
And this is something Morant does well. His knack for knowing when to make that feed is impressive.
Hey, GA, how about Damian magnificent year.
I mean, Kevin, arguably the best trailblazer. Of all time. Rookie of the year, then 7 All-Star appearances. Dame will always be a legend in the Rose City. Say this about Richardson. He is a fearless player. There isn't an opponent who doesn't think he can dominate or a situation he can't take charge of. There is no back down in Michael Ray.
Now, here's Richardson. Jason Tatum missing his last shot. Inside. No good there. Some solid defense from Robinson. And now here comes Daniel. Leading the break. Embiid with the steal. Second half of play, and we're 3 minutes into the third here. And it's Green missing.
Boy, they dodged one there, guys. I mean, he got the wide open look that he wanted, just didn't knock it down.
To get open is Robinson. Stayed with it, but they couldn't get it to fall. Bounce pass from Cunningham. Stolen by Robinson. A little under 2.5 minutes off the clock now, here in the third. Richardson, good.
Boy, there's some real quickness and speed behind Richardson's drive. Getting into a shot in a hurry.
And Tom Thibodeau decides to call timeout. Wants to regroup and go over the strategy. Second half here. We're just over 3.5 minutes into it. Outside, Porzingis. Back to Booker. Out to Porzingis. Pass to Jokic. Shot clock at 5. Screen by Porzingis. Tries from 10. Rebound by Johnson. Brown drives in. Stoudemire, the screen. To the right side. Johnson outside. And he's good on the 3 ball. Now just a 1-point Knicks lead.
He just sagged off just enough and no hesitation on his part.
Is stolen by Stoudemire. And the officials call it. Traveling violation.
And you can tolerate gaps like that sometimes, but in a close game, man, I tell you what, that really hurts.
Now here's Morant. Pass to Jokic. The drought. It's rebounded by Giddey.
Boy, just not scoring with the efficiency he'd like to. Tough quarter for him.
And there's the 3-second call. This one on the defense. All right, we'll take a look now at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for the Knicks.
Well, you know, they've been tremendous, I think, when it comes to sharing the basketball. You know, getting guys involved on the plays and creating offensive opportunities for everybody. Equal opportunity offense is fun to watch.
And another thing, the defense didn't clog the lanes. They took full advantage with their ability to attack the paint on a lot of those possessions.
Boy, the creative finishing ability of Randall draws a lot of fouls.
This is his first free throw of the game. And that one falls, and that puts him up by 1 point. second chance points.
Relentless on the boards. Amari is the first guy you got to box out.
Outside Tatum. Now here's Green. They need this. The three is drilled by Tatum.
And it seems as if someone got their signals crossed. If he can wind up that open from three-point range, I'm sure that was not a part of the game.
The screen from Brown. Hitty goes in. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot two.
You can't get too physical with Giddey, or else he will draw the whistle.
He hits both from the stride. New York trailing. Cunningham with it. Outside Tatum. Tatum with another miss.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
On the wing, Giddey. Has to Gobert. It's stolen by Green. Cunningham right side. A shot from 20 feet away. Robinson pulls it in. And here is Giddey. 9 points in the game so far. Now, here is Robinson. And that one's good. Daniels.
And at the offensive end, he's done about as much as they could have hoped for today.
Tatum a screen. Here's Cunningham. And Bridges with the block.
This is where Bridges' wingspan is a factor, allowing him to reach out and get a piece of that shot. No question he got bumped on that shot.
Yeah, the officials didn't need to talk that one over. It was obvious.
That free throw good from Daniels. So it's both teams making substitutions here. He's off on the second.
You know, when Rudy Gobert is down low, it strikes fear into the opponent. This is a guy who has led the league in blocks and rebounds at different times. Inside the paint, he is just a nightmare to battle against.
On the wing, Daniels sinks the three-pointer. Daniels has got 6 in the corner.
Creating a little separation here, gaining some confidence.
Yeah, you get the sense that they're going to start stretching this lead out a little bit.
The Knicks have made 3 of 5 free throw attempts.
Yeah, a year ago, though, Kevin, 78% conversion rate from the free throw line. So that's a nice all-around effort.
You know, something you can point to when you're talking about their areas of success last season, free throw shooting.
And the dunk by Porzingis.
How about Porzingis showing us a little dexterity and fleet-footedness there? Love seeing him work that part of his game into his back.
And it's Brandon Ingram with the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
Yeah, way to get there first and be willing to absorb the contact.
No question about it. No flop there. That was a direct shot to the chest.
Now here's Morant. Pass to Jokic. Puts up a 3. The shot, no good.
I wonder what the score would be if they weren't controlling the backboard.
It's clearly been their edge, and in a close game like this, you look for every edge you can find.
Bounce pass for Porzingis. Here's Booker. There's the 3. It's hauled in by Richardson. 1:11 left in the third quarter of the game. Ingram outside. And that one is good. Ingram's got his second bucket tonight.
Yeah, you know, he's slight of build, lanky and long and athletic, but he still finishes through contact, and he's not afraid to go in there and take the hit either. Certainly not the kind of night he was looking for at the offensive end, and it's had a ripple effect on the team.
Oh, an aggressive take from Ingram inside, earning the whistle in the process.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
Finished the season last year around 80% from the stripe.
And guys, the numbers don't lie. I mean, he was such a reliable presence at the free throw line all throughout last season.
And so he hits both.
And at the line, it's all about consistency with him. His routine, his stroke, it never wavers.
New York moving it around. Just 5 to shoot. There's Green with the three. Sinks the triple. Green's got 5 now.
Green lethal off the catch. Good rhythm on that play.
Here's Grimes. Scoreless thus far. Here's Brown. And B with the steal. Johnson a wide open look. And we've reached the end of the third. They lead by 6. And fourth quarter basketball will be coming your way.
65.
Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for it. Knicks trail by 6. Outside, Green. On the wing, Johnson. Cunningham outside. Johnson left side. 17-foot shot on the way. Cunningham gets the bucket.
Effective from the mid-range. For Cunningham, it's about shooting with confidence.
Pass to Stoudemire. Over in the corner, Brown. Johnson in the corner. Off target with his 3.
You know, even though they're on top, they're winning. I mean, they could use more from him. Trying to shut the door on this one.
2-on-1 as they jump out on the break. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. Larry Johnson picks one up. So we get them both. And we've played through about a minute here in the fourth. And so Morant will bring it up for the New York Knicks. Outside, Porzingis. And a miss there on the triple.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
Here's Giddey. Johnson on the rebound goes to the Knicks. Booker outside. Here's Jokic. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Nikola Jokic, Clark, is as skilled a big as we have seen. And when he has the ball, he can really affect the opposition.
Yeah, he's such a great passer, and he's got tremendous size. I mean, people forget because he's pretty nimble and agile that he's, you know, right at 7 feet tall, 7'1", with really long arms. So he's a problem just from the size standpoint. Then you factor in his otherworldly skills as a passer, as a shot maker, as a basketball player. And now you've got something that's as unique as we've seen in, I think, the history of the game.
Here's Richardson, and they'll turn it over. Could not get off the shot. 24-second violation. Now Morant. Pass to Hunter. Porzingis, defended by Gobert. Here's Morant. Yep, it counts.
Morant using that quickness to his advantage. That time he gets that one to fall.
Just over 2.5 minutes played now here in the final quarter of regulation. And stolen by Booker to tie it up. That one wide left. It's Richardson on the wing. Has to Gobert. From down in the low post, it goes.
From in close, it's game over when Gobert has the ball.
Knicks trail by 4. Jokic with it. He's covered by Daniels. Some nice passing by New York here. Jokic a screen. 6 to shoot. A wide open look here for Porzingis. No good on the triple. We've played just over 3.5 minutes now in the fourth quarter. And he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. That one's on Morant.
Clearly a foul.
Yeah, he took a shot there, earned those free throws.
That free throw good from Daniels. So both teams changing it up here. So after making the first, he goes 1 for 2.
He did the important part at the line there, the heavy lifting, if you will. Made this a 2-possession game.
Over 3.5 minutes through the final quarter now. Embiid the screen. Tatum on the wing. Lets it go from deep. Hits the 3-point bomb.
Really smooth release from Tatum on that 3. Makes that shot look effortless.
Randall outside. Sinks the 15-footer.
No idea what they were thinking there defensively. I mean, that's the shot he makes often.
Pass to Green. Fires for 3. And Stoudemire pulls it down. Randall outside. And the rejection by Embiid.
Big fella getting a little angry. Embiid, a force at the defensive end.
Kicks it out to Johnson. Tries it again. And the layup is up and in. That's 7 points for Johnson.
Yeah, nothing too fancy. Just getting the job done when they need to make every possession count.
On the wing, Giddey. Got a piece of it. It's stolen by Green. Cunningham outside. Pass to Embiid. Back to Cunningham. And again, it's the Knicks missing. Now, Giddey. Green with the block.
Really good to see Green engaged defensively.
And slam dunk by Johnson.
And guys, I don't know that this is the time for that kind of flair. In a close game, the important thing is to get the 2 points, not necessarily the dramatics.
Oh, come on. He had to go for that, didn't he? My goodness.
I can't fault the guy for adding a little flavor to things. I'm fine even if he'd have missed it. I don't mind him taking a chance to spruce it up a little bit.
Richardson gets a wide open look. Drills it from outside.
Boy, I tell you what, Richardson is making these shots, it really opens up the floor.
Pass to Hunter. The tray. Robinson pulls it in.
And they hold a huge advantage on the backboard.
That's been the key to this league. I mean, they've really dominated the glass.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flame.
Yeah, I love the fact he doesn't play the score. He just keeps coming, attack mode. He doesn't know how to step off the gas pedal.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Hunter with it, and it's Richardson picking him up. Here's Booker. Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
And love how fearless Booker can be. Even the foul doesn't deter him from finishing off his business. This is as good as it gets from the charity stripe here in the second.
Yeah, you know what? And I think they've just got to keep on keeping on. Keep drawing contact, attacking, getting to the line. That will certainly give them a chance to get back into the game.
And now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Hey guys, here's what Chris Finch went over with his guys during break. Now he told his guys not to get comfortable. He said, so we've got a little breathing room. So what? That's no reason to slow down out there. He wants them to keep the effort up. Guys?
Okay, David, thanks. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
And guys, they did a better job of getting good looks inside in that first half. More of their shots now coming from the perimeter.
Cunningham outside, down low. Here's Jokic, and he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up.
A multiple MVP winner. I mean, the former second-round pick Jokic continuing to add to his legacy.
And he can't hit the second.
Of course, he didn't have an attempt there in the first half. He's hoping to be a little bit more active and aggressive here and draw some fouls here in the second.
Here's Richardson, and the rejection by Tatum. They get a hand on it, and stolen by Richardson. Outside for Robinson. At the top of the key, Bridges. Going inside. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Bridges got 4 points now on the quarter.
And the level of focus from Bridges, phenomenal job of absorbing the hit and still finding a way to score.
Here's Booker. Tries the spin move. To Porzingis. And stolen by Richardson. And here we go. Richardson heading to the hoop. 2 points. That one goes.
Richardson rolling. He's finding his shots and making it look easy.
The kick out to Tatum. And the Knicks miss it again. Brown with it. Loose. And stolen by Tatum. Comes up. And the dunk by Tatum.
And you see the length of Tatum on that play. Long arms to pick the ball, and then the long strides up the court.
A 3-ball. Rudy Gobert with the rebound. Brown with it. Now defended by Cunningham. Porzingis with the block.
Hey, with that length, Porzingis is always a threat to block shots. I mean, when he matches that length with really good energy and awareness, he can be be a good defender.
Here's Brown. Good defense by Jokic. And stolen by Richardson. Now running up the court, Robinson pushing it up. He doesn't hit that one. And so it's Jokic with the ball. He brings it up for New York. And here's Tatum for three.
And it's still a rare sight to see rebound numbers like the ones he's had tonight.
Boy, he has put in some major work. He's earning his pay, for sure.
And the foul called on Cade Cunningham.
Second.
That's foul number 2 for him.
Fourth team foul.
For three, Richardson. Not going to go that time. And so it's the victory for the road team in this one. This was a very strong showing for him, Greg. Not necessarily a runaway win, but one they'll feel very good about.
And then let's face it, anytime you can go on the road and win in the fashion they did, you have to feel